Hey everyone! This weekend was the first time NALCS teams pulled out AP carries as the focus of funnel compositions. This week I want to go over the theorized pros and cons of AP carries versus AD carries in funnel compositions. Also, please check out my stream if you get a chance, it's in the description below. Alright, let's get to it.
Away a big double set comes across the Crow Storm as well, and it's oh no, it's just one kill for one. Like in Rocket, he's not going to knock up the fear on the back line. How much can they get as big? Rockets come through, out goes big, but no kills.
Jungle clear capabilities vary by champion and are a big factor in determining exactly which carries can even be used in these funnel compositions. On the weekend, we saw Talia being used as a funnel carry, which makes sense since her clear was strong enough to be a standalone jungler. We also saw Power of Evil take Smite on his mid lane Syndra to take more occasional camps. This is also why we see Kai'Sa, Xayah, or Lucian rather than something like Vayne. Kai'Sa, Xayah, and Lucian have decent clear because of their AoE abilities. One thing to keep in mind is that funnel carries have less time to farm the outer camps like Krugs or Gromp, so AoE is even more important than the normal jungler because they are spending most of their time taking raptors or wolves, and when they aren't, they're trying to hard push the mid lane. Talia's jungle clear is way faster than any of the 3 AD funnel carries, especially in the early game. She also has the added benefit of her passive, which helps her move around the map faster. I would even argue that Syndra has a clear advantage as well, since all her non-ultimate abilities are AoE. In this clip of TSM vs 100 Thieves, you can see how Bjergsen has a slight CS advantage on Cody-Sun going into the mid game. This is despite the fact that TSM actually lost to level 1 and Bjergsen couldn't even start on a camp. On top of that, Bjergsen spent time taking Infernal Drake. If that time was dedicated to farming, that lead would be bigger, no doubt. Talia's clear is the strongest of the funnel carries we've seen so far. One final thing to keep in mind is the assistance from the supports of the funnel carries. Someone like Rakan or Alistar would aid in jungle clear more effectively than someone like Shen. There would be no point in supplying someone so much gold if they were not able to carry the game. In this segment, I'm referring to raw damage output and teamfight ability, rather than other macro advantages. I'll get to that in the next section. Although Talia has a stronger clear than AD carries, her raw damage output after 2 items begins to fall off quickly compared to the damage of the AD hyper carries. Someone like Syndra, who arguably does more raw damage than Talia, will still fall off in the later stages of the game. Any type of standard front to back fight, which is the most common fight, will be easily won by the AD hyper carries. That being said, AP carries still have the potential to carry teamfights. AP carries have historically been the most immediate threat to AD carries. One misstep and a gold funneled mage can easily delete an AD carry from the fight. It would be really interesting to see some of the AP carries that have good late game damage output get gold funneled. Mages like Azir, Ryze, or Cassiopeia are classic hyper carry favorites who not only challenge the damage output of AD carries, but still have that playmaking potential in their kits. We'll have to see if any of these are viable to be gold funneled in any form, as their early game clear remains questionable. They might be able to fit in the same way Optic used Syndra as a secondary jungler. In the end, I'd still give the advantage to AD carries in this regard for now. Team comps without an AD carry have trouble winning when the game drags on too long, at least in NA. Last but not least, if gold funnel carries are going to replace the traditional jungler, their ability to impact the map is important. AP carries definitely have way more map impact than AD carries do. Going back to the Talia pick, she's able to set up side lane plays with her passive movement speed and her ultimate. AP carries just have many more playmaking tools and general CC in their kits. If we see the likes of Ryze, or more Syndra being gold funneled, it's hard not to imagine the impact of their roams. AD carries lack CC and mobility to be able to make plays in the side lanes. Often the only reason they get any action is because the side lanes play overly cocky when the AD carries aren't in lane. AD carries don't have the innate ability to force the issue, and it will always have less map impact in the early to mid game. Hey everyone, thank you for watching this week's video on the pros and cons of AD versus AP carries in funnel compositions. If you like what you saw and want to see more of this content, please subscribe to my channel. You can also catch me on Twitch and ask me questions there while I climb the S8 ladder. Thanks again, and see you next time.